Hello, Jack and Jills, and welcome to episode 6 of Braid. I'm Epic Botch, and I'm glad you're joining me today. We're gonna go ahead and start off by getting the first and possibly most easiest star in all of Braid. You have to do this before you continue on to World 1, because once you put the puzzles together, you can't take them apart again. Ta-da! Today's episode's going to be a little bit different. Whoops. Because I'm not going to live commentate throughout the whole thing. I've thought about it, and I think that the best way for you guys to experience the ending is just to see it for yourself. Over here you can see your progress of the 8 stars, and we will be getting in this game. I'm going to go ahead and put World 2 and World 3 puzzles together, and I will see you at the end of the game. With World 2 and World 3's puzzles put together, we can now make it all the way to the attic. Each puzzle is represented by one of these different ladders up here. Now we can make it into World 1. At a cafe on a bright plaza, most customers sit back feeling the warmth of the sun, enjoying their cold drinks. But not Tim. He barely notices the sun, doesn't really taste his coffee. For him, this corner affords him a good view of the city, and then the teeterings of the passers-by and the arc of a shopgirl's hand as she displays tea to an interested gentleman. Tim hopes to see clues. That night at the cinema, fictitious adventurers lunge implausibly across the screen. The audience here is mixed. Some are patrons of the cafe, now sitting excitedly in the plush chairs, eager for another new flavor for distraction from the boredom of their easy lives. Other seats hold fishermen and farm workers, hoping to forget their toils and rest their hands. Tim is here too, but he is scrutinizing the gloss on the lips on the screen, measuring the angle of the plume of a distant helicopter crash. He thinks he discerns a message. When the cinema closes and most of the audience strolls down the plaza to the south, Tim goes north. People like Tim seem to live oppositely from the other residents of the city, tide and riptide flowing against each other. Tim wants, like nothing else, to find the princess, to know her at last. For Tim this would be momentous, sparking an intense light that embraces the world, a light that reveals the secrets long kept from us, that illuminates, or materializes, a final palace where we can exist in peace. But how would this be perceived by the other residents of the city, in the world that flows contrary-wise? The light would be intense and warm at the beginning, but then flicker down to nothing, taking the castle with it. It would be like burning down the place we've always called home, where we played so innocently as children, destroying all hope of safety forever. The boy called for the girl to follow him, and he took her hand. He would protect her. They would make their way through this oppressive castle, fighting off the creatures made of smoke and doubt, escaping to a life of freedom. The boy wanted to protect the girl. He held her hand, or put his arm around her shoulders in a walking embrace to help her feel supported and close to him amid the impersonal throngs of Manhattan. They turned and made their way toward the Canal Street subway station, and he picked the path through the jostling crowd. He worked his ruler and his compass, he inferred, he deduced, he scrutinized the fall of an apple, the twisting of the metal oars hanging from a thread. He was searching for the princess, and he would not stop until he found her, for he was hungry. He cut rats into pieces to examine their brains, and planted tungsten posts into the schools of water-starved monkeys. He scrutinized the fall of an apple, the twisting of metal orbs hanging from a thread. Through these clues he would find the princess, see her face. After an especially fervent night of tinkering, he kneeled behind a bunker in the desert. He held a piece of welder's glass up to his eyes and waited. On that moment hung eternity. Time stood still. Space contracted to a pinpoint. It was as though the earth had opened and the sky split. One felt as though he had been privileged to witness the birth of the world. Someone near him said, "It worked." Someone else said, "Now. Now we are all sons of bitches." The candy store. Everything he wanted was on the opposite side of that pane of glass. The store was decorated in bright colors and the scents wafting out drove him crazy. He tried to rush for the door, or just get closer to the glass, but he couldn't. She held him back with great strength. Why would she hold him back? How might he break free of her grasp? He considered violence. He cannot say he has understood all of this. Possibly he's more confused now than ever. But all these moments he's contemplated, something has occurred. The moments feel substantial in his mind, like stones. Kneeling, reaching down toward the closest one, running his hand across it, he finds it smooth and slightly cold. He tests the stone's weight. He finds he can lift it, and the others too. He can fit them together to create a foundation, an embankment, a castle. To build a castle of appropriate size, he will need a great many stones, but what he's got now feels like an acceptable start. Jack and Jill's, that is the first ending to Braid. There is a second ending that we will see after we obtain all 8 stars, and that's what the next couple episodes are going to be dealing with. There's also, I didn't miss it, I just purposely chose not to show it this time through. There's more writing that you have to do special tricks for in this end area, but we will get that next time. So, we'll see you in episode 7. Have a great day, everyone.